Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Cheltenham Racecourse here on Saturday. It is the 13th of November 2021. Going to look at the stakes races on the program from Cheltenham, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action. Races 1, 3, and 4, the 12:30, the 140, and the 215. The 12:30, the opener, it is the Grade 2 JCB Triumph Trial Juvenile Hurdle. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse $68,500. Race for juvenile 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 9 horses going 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the hurdle course. The road to Cheltenham with this race to the festival in March. Can't wait for that. We're still 4 months away. Top selection here. I'm going to take the one horse Caramelized. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 in the TriCast trifecta. 1, 2, 3 TriCast trifecta. Top selection, one horse Caramelized, and something great when you caramelize onions. If you cook them very long, they turn into like an onion jam. That's for all you cooking folks. This 3 called by Dancel here. Tom Cannon is on this one for Alan King. Most recent outing came at Market Race on 25th of September. 2 miles and 8th in the Class 2 Juvenile Hurdle. And the horse finished 3rd by 9 lengths there. He jumped well, but he needed something extra. I do think with it being his second race off the bench on a little quick round, he just needs something extra. Come here with the yielding ground. Good to soft today. I think he's in a more realistic spot to win, and I think he shows some good form. 2 back at Stratford on the 23rd of August, 2 miles in a Class 3 Juvenile Hurdle. He won by 19 there, and he was much the best facing those lesser quality summer jumps horses. He settled well, he jumped well, quickened up nicely, and could have probably won by more, but eased down late. Very good race there, and then his first over the hurdles in a juvenile main hurdle at Stratford, 2 miles at the end of July. He won by 7, and again at 4-1, he was cruising that day. It was the first start over the hurdles, and he did everything right and more. He's really been improving, coming here on good to soft ground, which I think you should really like. I think at 5-20 he has a shot. The 2-horse Night Salute also you have to give a shot to. 3 called by Sir Percy. He started twice over the hurdles, and both those races have been very, very easily run. I do think with the give in the ground today, he goes up a little bit more than his Kempton race last time out, where he ran on very fast ground for the time of year. At 6-1 we'll use him. And then the 3-horse for Paul Nichols, he started his career in Auteuil in France and Paris, and placed that day against some decent horses. I thought that was a decent race. And then at Chepstow in October over a 2-mile juvenile hurdle, he really won by a dozen, even easier. He's another horse on the improve. I think he has some hidden form. At 3-2, we'll use him on the ticket. It's kind of race you want to watch all 3 of them, because this is going to be a very exciting race as the precursor to the festival in March. So this is one of my favorite races. Let's see some of the stars of tomorrow running this one. But to recap my selection for the opener, the 12:30, the first race from Cheltenham here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, it is the Grade 2 JCB Triumph Trial Juvenile Hurdle. Let's take the one horse Caramelized. Love the name, by the way. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 in the TriCast trifecta, and let's use them all in the place pot, because this is a very wide open opener. The third race now, the 140, it is the Grade 2 from the Horse's Mouth Podcast Novices Chase. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse $71,000. Race for novice 4-year-olds and upwards. Only 4 horses going 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the chase course. I'm going to take the number 2 horse, third time lucky, as a top selection. 2, 3, 4 in the TriCast trifecta. I know it's crazy giving out a TriCast in this 4-horse field, but I always give out my top 3, but 2, 3, 4 TriCast trifecta. Play it if you want, but I think your likeliest winner is the 2 horse, third time lucky. 6-year-old Gelna Barcato here. Harry Skelton's on this one for Dan Skelton. Most recently at Cheltenham on the 22nd of October, 2 miles in a Class 2 novice chase. He won by 8.5 lengths, and as the heavy favorite, he jumped well. His running was even better than the jumping, and he got the job done very, very nicely over the bigger obstacles. Logical step from the hurdle races last season. Coming here today, again, much the best. I think he's sitting on a very good run. 2 back in the Grade 1 Betweight Top Novices Hurdle at Aintree. 2 miles on the 16th and 9th of April. He finished 4th by 15 lengths there, and he just never had a really good run in. I do think the Cheltenham race took out a lot out of him the race before, and he just wasn't 100% cranked there at Aintree. I think he just saw a little bit of a tired horse on the line. And then on the 19th of March, he ran here at the festival last season. 2 miles and 8th in the McCoy Contractors County Handicap Hurdle. He finished 6th by 3 lengths. He had to be used a lot that day. He ran okay, but he needs something there. But like I said, I think the race took a lot out of him for the end of the year. And then in Musselburgh on a Class 2 Novice Hurdle in February, he finished fourth by 5 lengths. And again, he just needed something, late. First start since Boxing Day, he needed the run. And then at Boxing Day at Kempton, 2 miles in a Class 2 Novice Hurdle, he won by 9. And he just put on a show. Best career race lifetime for him up until that Cheltenham race last time out. Coming here today, where he's always running well at Cheltenham, with it being on hurdles or on the over the bigger obstacles, I think he's sitting on a very good run. Let's take him. I know he's a short price, but to recap my selection for the 140, the third race from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 2 from the Horse's Mouth Podcast Novice Chase. Let's take the two horse, third time lucky, 2, 3, 4, and the trifecta. The fourth race, the 215. It is the Grade 3 Paddy Power Gold Cup Handicap Chase. It's a Grade 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $219,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. A very large field of 20 horses going 4,000 meters or 2.5 miles over the chase course. I'm going to take the number 2 horse, Protector Rat, as top selection. We'll go 2-7 in the Forecast Exacta. 2-7 Forecast Exacta. Top selection 2 horse, Protector Rat. This 6-year-old owned by Sante Saints. Harry Skelton's on this one for Dan Skelton. And again, the horse's most recent outing came the Grade 1 Manifested Novices Chase at Aintree. 2.5 miles on the 8th of April. And he won by 3 3/4 lengths. And absolutely, put on a show that day. He jumped well, quickened up nicely, and destroyed a good group of horses home. Coming here, handicap horses, even with a high weight of 166 pounds, I think he's sitting on a very good run. 2 back here in a Kelso, a Class 3 Novice Chase, 2 miles 7/8 on the 19th of February. He finished second by 41 lengths, and he just didn't jump so fluidly, had a few mistakes, never really had a run in, and the winner ran better. They also lost one during running that day, unfortunately, but that was just a race he should have did a lot better than he did. But he got redemption with the next race at Aintree after that. And then a win Canton in early January, 2.5 miles in the Grade 2 Dipper Novices Chase. He finished second by 2 3/4 lengths, and he didn't have the best of fluid jumps that day, but he had a decent run, and it was an okay race. But here at Cheltenham last season in a Novice Chase, Class 2 event, at this meeting, he won by 17, and again, he jumped for fun, and then he broke the main in a beginner's chase before that, Carlisle, very, very nicely. His hurdle was before that. His final race over the hurdle was a disaster here at the festival in 2020, where he just couldn't get into it. But when he took him to the bigger obstacles, he was really doing well. Back down to a handicap today, even with a high weight. 5-1, give him a shot. Give a shot also to the 2 horse Caribbean Boy, Daryl Jacobs, on this one. His race in the Tophen Handicap Chase in Aintree last April was a disaster. He didn't finish the race. He pulled up out of it. You saw a very tired horse there. He just wasn't handling the quirkiness of the course there. Before that, the Paddy Power played Handicap Chase at Cheltenham there in the festival last March. He finished 7 by 13 lengths. He ran a lot better than his odds indicated, but I think with a high weight and not a few fluid jumps, it cost him late. When he gets to a little lesser quality horse like he's seeing today, he really excels. If you run back to the race, it was a Grade 2, but it wasn't the world's toughest Grade 2. And the Grade 2 Ladbrokes Novice Chase last year at Newbury in late November, he won by 4, and he found the right competition to win with. He just jumped and put on a show. And after that, really ran a disappointing race at Ascot, where he was just running on very sludgy going. But I think the yielding ground suits him well. Off the bench, 10-1, we'll give him a shot. Like I said earlier, he's either going to a massive race or going to finish away off the board. But this is going to be a very exciting race, considering the race before, which you're going to see a chalky horse. But to recap my selection for the 215, the fourth race from Cheltenham, it is the Grade 3 Paddy Power Gold Cup Handicap Chase. Let's take the 2 horse Protector Rat. Give kudos to the 7 horse Caribbean Boy. 2-7 in your Forecast Exacta. Use them both in the place pod. So good luck to them. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingGet5. Good luck, everybody.